Today I want to talk about Shakti. I want to talk about Shakti, and the headline I'm giving it is Shakti Explained. Now what is Shakti? She is defined as the female principle of divine energy, especially when personified as the Supreme Mother Deity. Shakti is energy, a non-personal free feminine current of life force, tapped through tantric means for self-empowerment. She is sexual, sensual, fierce, possessive, and exists as a personal force as well as a cosmic current. The personal force, she is Kundalini, the power that infuses the practitioner's energy body, making one a demigod. Kundalini in Sanskrit means both a wheel and a circulation. Technically, what it is a circulating current of force. There is more than one message to activate and harness Kundalini for self-empowerment. And I'm just going to give a few of them, okay? So there's Kriya Yoga, Hatha Yoga, Yoga, and Tantra, and Tantric Yogi, which is my own branch of Tantra, Yoga. Those are all examples and ways of achieving that outcome of empowering yourself with the Kundalini. However, it's not the same outcome. Kriya Yoga is heavily about pranayama, pranic breathing, and requires an implant from a master, like an actual implant, an actual master. Once transmitted, it settles into the base of the spine and acts as a battery and generator of Kundalini, this circulating force which goes up and down the central column, the spine column. The second initiation of the implant generates the astral body, and the third brings about the unity of Kundalini with Shakti. To remind you, Kundalini is the personal current of energy that flows in the body, and Shakti is the cosmic energy, the counterpart of the microcosmic Kundalini to the macrocosmic, the Shakti. Hatha Yoga is the one most well known for Westerners. Now, kind of everybody knows about this because of kind of crutch gym exercise. So Hatha is the first system that utilizes extensive exercise in order to facilitate the flow of Kundalini. So it utilizes, of course, a set of energy nodes in the subtle body called chakras. Initiation and implants are necessary for activating and aligning the chakra to certain currents. So you got to have implants in each of these chakras slowly, and you have to work it, and it's very ancient, old system that has been like honed and purified, and eventually the essence of it came through a certain figure. Never mind now. It combines physical exercise, mantras, pranayama, and Ayurvedic medication. Now, why the medication? Because Hatha is unnatural and harmful for the physical to practice. Now, in both systems, the frequency of Kundalini will be determined by the specific lineage that transmit the implants. Yoga. Now, yoga is the way of absolute will, literally a hands-on method to manipulate intense currents. Combined with tantric practices such as tantric sex, intoxication, mantras, visualization of specific pattern called yantras, and bhakti, and devotion, it awakens, enhances, and settles the Kundalini. Through devotional practice, bhakti in Sanskrit, Kundalini becomes personified. She's getting personified, like she's getting a personality from a technical flowing current of energy inside the body. She becomes a deity. She takes a face. Now, it's important, really important, the particular deity that eventually takes form or takes the face of the Kundalini determines the frequency and power of the yogi. Now there are many kind of personified representation of Shakti, such as Kali, Durga, Chamundai, Lilith, and Nama. To name a few, the personification of Kundalini, that deity, is called the Isht, like a personal deity, the one you worship most closer to you is called an Isht. And she has a crucial influence on the final outcome, who you become. Since forming such an intimate relationship has a significant psychic link to the desired goal of total unification with the Isht, it is not an arbitrary choice to make, meaning like eventually you become one with your Isht, become one with Kundalini, and your psyche, your soul become infused with her. So it's very important. It's not an arbitrary choice to make. Now, as a rule of thumb, the sorcerer needs to know oneself well, quite well, before making its final choice. No worries, really. As long as the Kundalini is running low voltage still, it's relatively safe and advisable to flirt with different deities before becoming too personal. Mother, sister, lover, wife, each of those personification of the Kundalini as your inner goddess has a tremendous psychological effect. It's also something to consider. It's up to the sorcerer to form this relationship, and as such, it's a very intimate and private relationship. The Isht becomes the Kundalini, possessing the yogi, forming a symbiotic relationship of divine marriage, which is like a Catholic marriage. You don't split it, okay? And she takes the steering wheel of your spiritual growth into her hands. Possessive, and she wants to dominate. It's really important to understand that the yoga essence of Tantra is the one making the practitioner able to keep control over his own action, over his own life, while the Kundalini, she's also trying to take over. This relationship is symbiotic and very intimate. Kundalini is a destructive force. Mind you, be careful with the Kundalini and take it slowly, step by step. However, once stabilized, as from my two parallel running circular currents, which are called kundals in Sanskrit, kundals, wheel. Yeah? Like some sect of Nagababa, they have this method that they put like holes here and here, eventually it becomes like this really thick two rings called kundals. Very impressive. Some friends who've done that and some friends who don't. Now, once it's done, you get the two parallel running circular currents. The sorcerer is ready for the second part of this tantra. The second part deals with aligning the Isht with the cosmic feminine principle, the Kundalini, the macrocosmic goddess, Mahadevi, usually depicted as Kali in the East. There are various volumes to Tantra, starting with placing flowers and waving incense to the feet of the goddess. It's called Arti worship. And all the way to obscene rituals, such as drinking menstrual blood and consuming human flesh. It's called Agora Tantra. Now, it's from Shakti Yoga to Agora Yoga, and it's all about self-empowerment through will and devotion. About aligning the microcosmic current with the macrocosmic current to become a demigod. If you have any question, please write in a commentary. Thank you.